Okay, so now that you have your spreadsheets created and you've enabled the scripts, the next thing we're going to want to do is set up your roster and your rubrics. So the roster, I already have just some dummy names in there for you, so you can play around with this. If you already have your rosters, obviously you can go ahead and just enter those in. So you would just want to enter each name, first and last name, separated by a space, like you would normally type it. And then obviously you have your check marks over here. And if you need more space, because most people are obviously going to have more than 11 people in their class, you can insert new rows by just clicking over here and right click, insert one row below. And by doing that, it will copy down the checkbox for you. So that way you have that for attendance. Now, obviously, we're probably going to have a lot more than that. So I'm going to highlight, if you click one row and then I just hold shift and arrow down, you can right click now on this whole group of rows and it says insert 12 rows below. So you can insert big chunks rather than just one at a time to make it lots quicker. Okay, so now that you got your roster all set up, you're going to want to set up your rubrics as well. So in here in the rubric options for a new session, I have the option to use no rubric, and I just have a couple example ones in there. So you're probably going to want to change those, add to them, whatever. So you're going to go down to the Rubrics tab. So there's a bunch of tabs down here. I'll show you the other ones in a second as well. The Rubrics tab is just a place to list out what rubrics, and then if you want to put a description for yourself of like what a low end or high end looks like on that skill, then you can add that there. That's just more for you. So let's say instead of these two or in addition to these two, I want to do communication today. I want to work on their communication and rate them on that. So I'm going to type that in there. And then when I go back to that roster and settings tab, that has now been added to my rubric list. So now I can select that as an option when I'm ready to create a new session. Okay, and then now I'm going to hide that rubrics tab. So once you get them all set up, you can hide that tab. You can just click hide rubrics, or you can right click the tab and hide it as well. And then that is not gone, it's just hidden. So it just hides it from view down at the bottom so you don't have to see all of your tabs. And then you can always access it by going down here to these 4 lines. It says all sheets. And there it is right there. It's just kind of grayed out to show you that it's hidden. So you can always click that and it will pop right back up in your tabs. Okay, the other tabs in here, just to give you a quick view. So this is a place, I kind of see this as a place for you to display to students. So once you've sorted them into groups for the day, this is a great place to just show, here's all the groups, here's their numbers. Or if you want to customize what the groups are called, you can obviously do that right here. So if you use like playing cards in the past, like a lot of people did last year, you could name them based on that, or colors, or whatever you want to do. You can color this and format it however you like. The values will just populate every time you sort the kids into new groups. And then we have a template here. Just make sure you don't delete this tab. And then same thing, those exact same groups will pop up in here in the list. I think that's everything. So that's how to set up your roster and your rubrics. And once you do that, you're ready to create your first session.